Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
How's the old woman?
Mrs. Forbes.
Local copper just told me her husband died.
Her husband?
Well, whether he's a husband or not doesn't matter much now, does it? Anyway, for what it's worth, I'm sorry for her. Must have been tough running the farm on her own, what with going to the hospital to see him every night for months.
What was wrong with him?
Well, don't ask me. They kept themselves to themselves. Nobody around here had much to do with them. Well, I better be getting along.
Come for your money, have you?
No, you paid us, Mrs. Forbes.
Well, you better finish digging that pit then.
We have.
Oh, yes, yeah. Oh, well, you better be on your way then.
We've just heard about your husband. Would you like a cup of tea, Mrs. Forbes?
Yes, thank you, Danny. Cup of tea would be very nice.
Hi, you're late?
Yeah, I had to go to head office.
I'll make us a coffee, eh?
Yeah, thanks.
If it's something I've done, please tell me.
Oh, no, it's nothing you've done. I've been offered a job in Canberra.
In politics?
No, a promotion with the bank. The manager said he'd recommend me if I give the word.
That would mean you're giving all this up.
That's right.
Oh, Des.
I'm really happy in this place with you, Daphne. I didn't think it'd work out, but it has, and it's great. But, well, that Canberra job could lead to an even higher promotion.
Well, you've got to consider it. You'd be mad not to.
Yeah. I'd also have to consider selling the house.
That's him. That's mine, Ned.
Gee, Mrs. Forbes, I don't believe it. You're laughing.
Oh, we laughed. We laughed all the time. That was the joke, you see. All the busybodies in the town. They thought we were old sauerkraut and bully. They didn't even think we were married when we first moved here. But we were. We were married. We were happy. When the sticky beaks came around, we'd bung on the bad-tempered act and yell abuse at each other. Then, when it was all over, Ned had put his arms around me and we'd laugh.
Mrs. Forbes, have you got any relatives?
No, no one. Ned used to say we were Darby and Joan against the world. That's who we were. Darby and Joan. I don't take no notice of me. I'm just being silly. It'll be getting dark soon. You boys, you go. You understand?
Well, we were wondering, Mrs. Forbes, could we have the job back for a while longer?
It'll be funny, you know. Not living here and not having you around.
I will see each other from time to time.
Would we?
Of course we would. Anyway, I haven't decided whether I'll go for it or not.
Always happens to me. As soon as I find someone I really like or somewhere I'm really happy.
Hi. I hope you don't mind. I just thought I'd pop around for some bright company.
You come to the right place. Things not too good, eh?
You got it.
I'll get you a beer.
Oh, thanks. Hell, I don't know. Ever since the accident, nothing's gone right. Danny cleared out. Now Mum and Dad are splitting up.
They're what?
Didn't Daphne tell you?
You didn't say I should.
Geez, I'm sorry, mate. I hope they get back together again. Divorce is a nasty business. Mind you, it happens to 1 in 3 marriages these days. Never think of it happened to your own folks, do you?
The trouble is, though, they won't tell me what it's all about. I know Dad yells a lot, but, well, I really thought they were happy together, you know? And Mum, well, she hardly ever gets out, so it's not as if she's seeing another guy. And the old man, let's face it, who'd have him?
There you go.
Thanks. I don't know. Everything seems to be changing.
You can say that again.
Everything seems to be changing.
Hi.
That's my grandson.
What did you just say, Mrs. Daniels?
I said this is my grandson, Paul.
Grandson? You're old enough to have a grandson? Oh, I can't believe this.
Now, don't overdo it, Mr. Willis. You've almost convinced me that I should buy it.
There. She's not only the youngest grandmother I've ever met, also the most sensible. I'm Roger Willis, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Just been encouraging your grandma to make a real mess on the carpet so I can prove how good this cleaner is. You want to go?
Yeah.
I think I've seen enough, thank you. I'll talk to my son-in-law and I'll phone you tomorrow.
Well, I can phone you if you like.
Oh, no, I promise. I'll call you.
I believe that. I'm sorry Mrs. Ramsey changed her mind about the demonstration. When I first spoke to you both, she seemed very keen.
Yes, she was.
Hope it's nothing she said about the cleaner. If it was, I'd like to be able to defend it. It's a great little machine.
No, it had nothing to do with the machine. And if I buy it, I'll let her try it out. Well, thank you for coming over, Mr. Willis.
Well, my pleasure, Mrs. Daniels. You, a grandmother? I still can't believe it. Bye for now, Mrs. Daniels.
Have you ever been to Ireland, Mr. Willis?
No. Why?
I thought you must have kissed the Blarney Stone.
I wish all my customers were like you, Mrs. Daniels. Bye, Paul. Nice meeting you. We'll talk tomorrow, Mrs. Daniels?
Oh, we will. Good night.
You have guys like that in and out of here all day?
Yes, and all night.
So where's Dad?
He had to go to the school to explain about Scott.
Poor old Dad. That's all he needs now. Do you think he's getting over Anna?
Well, you never really get over someone you truly love. I suppose Anna and Jim were right for each other. But now he just has to think about putting all that behind him. Now she's married to someone else.
You know, watch the way that you handled all that business with Dad and Anna. We're so lucky to have you, Gran.
What brought all that on?
Well, we are. I just wish Scott had come home now so we could be a happy family again.
Oh, yes.
Any sign of her?
No, couldn't see into the bedroom. Maybe we should break the door down.
Why should we break the door down? She's a tough old boot, she'll be okay. I am hungry, though. Bacon and eggs would be nice.
Hey, gents. My name's Fletcher. Mrs. Forbes inside?
What do you want to see her for?
Oh, business.
She isn't too good. My husband died, you know.
Well, that's why I'm here. Not too well, eh? Listen, you guys might be able to do me a favour. I'm in the business of buying up antiques, farm machinery, that sort of thing. Well, the word is, the old lady's a bit hard up for cash. Well, we might be able to do each other a favour. Pay a good commission for anyone who can get me a bargain.
Can't you leave that till after the funeral?
They'll be round here like a pack of vultures if I wait till after the funeral. Nah, it's the early bird that gets the worm. You know what I mean?
Sorry, you'll have to wait with the others.
Oh, I see. You're in charge around here, are you?
That's right. They're in charge.
This guy's looking for antiques, Mrs. Forbes.
I'm the only antique around here.
Oh, you don't know that, Mrs. Forbes. If I could just have a look inside.
I have a shotgun inside the house. You boys think I should use it?
If he doesn't get out of here, I reckon you should.
I don't reckon she's kidding. She'll use it. We were wondering where you got to, Mrs. Forbes. Thought you might have slept in.
No, I just went for a walk. Didn't I often took an early morning walk. Doesn't seem the same without him, though.
You do the bacon and eggs. I'll get the toast.
Hey, Daphne, you seen my briefcase?
It's where you left it, beside the armchair.
Thanks. What about my watch? You seen that? Oh, thanks.
You left it in the bathroom. You know, I think it might be a good thing if you do go to Canberra. I've got a feeling I'm spoiling you.
Yeah, everybody says you do, and you do. God, it's going to be strange living by myself again. I was always hopeless.
I can believe that.
What do you think I should do, Dad? About Canberra?
Well, if the money's good and you can get a good deal on the house and the job's what you want, then go for it.
On the other hand?
On the other hand, there's a little thing called happiness. But if you can find that in Canberra, then nothing else matters.
I'm glad I met you, Dad.
Me too.
And have you a preference, Mrs. Forbes, for cremation or burial?
What do you boys think?
I suppose it depends on how much it costs.
Ned and I never spoke much about dying, but I knew it would come. He was very sick, you know.
How much are funerals?
Well, let me see. We're looking at around $1,200.
What? $1,200? There's nothing like that much money.
Leave everything to me. I'll see what I can do. Don't worry. I'll take care of things.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Shane. You're just in time to admire my new cleaner. Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
You should have met the salesman. He could have sold refrigerators to Eskimos.
He called last night. Mum decided it wasn't the time to buy a vacuum cleaner. Or much else for that matter.
No, of course. Look, I'm just about to have lunch. Hungry?
Yeah, as usual.
Okay, sit down.
Why is it that neighbours' food always tastes better than your own?
I don't know, but it always does.
Do you know why Mum and Dad are splitting up?
Well, I'll say this for you, Shane Ramsey. You certainly come straight to the point.
Well, do you know?
They haven't told you?
No.
Well, whatever the reason, they'll tell you in good course. It can't be easy for them at the moment.
Yeah, well, it isn't easy for me either.
No, of course not.
There is one thing you'd know, though.
What's that?
Well, I remember they split up once before when I was about 4 years old. I remember Mum leaving me with you before she went away. Well, what was that about then?
Oh, they didn't really split up. Your mum just wanted a week or two away on her own. That sort of thing happens to some couples. Anyway, she came back, didn't she?
Yeah. But this time Dad's the one who's gone away. Do you think he'll come back?
Oh, I hope so, Shane. Hope so.
Hi.
Oh, no, sprung.
What?
I always wanted you to think that I was so neat and tidy. What are you doing home anyway?
Well, I've made my decision about Canberra and I wanted to come home and tell you.
Fantastic. And I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, well, I thought about it and what you said, and what the hell? It's a promotion and, well, there's nothing much keeping me here, so I've decided to accept the job.
I really miss you know that? But, as I said this morning, if Canberra can offer you a promotion and all those things you want, then go.
Yeah, well, I hate to mention it, but we'll have to sell the house.
That's okay.
What'll you do?
Oh, there's no problem. We always agreed to call it a day if either of us wanted to move. But I really love this place, you know. What's wrong with me? Why should I move?
Hey?
You work in a bank. Banks give loans. Well, your lot are on the TV all the time begging us to borrow money. How about you get me a loan to buy this place?
Oh, well, that'd be great, but, well, bank loans aren't easy to come by, and we'd have to, well, I'd have to talk to the manager.
You wouldn't mind me buying it, would you?
Oh, no. It's just that you'd need a deposit and a job, and, you know, stuff like that.
So, I've got all those things.
And the manager would have to be assured you're a safe bet.
Well, I would be. With someone like you recommending me, how could I fail?
Yeah. Well, I'll talk to him, but I better go. It's getting late. I won't have the job.
And tell him to give me a call if he wants me to come in for a chat, okay?
Yeah, okay. Well, it might be a day or two. Yeah, okay.
Mrs. Forbes, we're going down to fix the fence.
Who the hell told you to walk all over my clean floor? Hey? I've just finished scrubbing all that floor. What are you doing here anyway?
Sorry. Are you okay?
You young hooligans tormenting people. You think it's funny to throw stones on our roof, don't you? Well, you see that shotgun over there? You ever come back here again and I'll use it on you.
Mrs. Forbes, I'm Danny.
Danny? Danny?
I'll see you later. Come on, let's pack it in. Eh? She's off her tree. Threatened me with the shotgun. I've had it.
What do you mean she threatened you?
She can't even remember who I am. Anyway, I can't hack the thought of funerals and all that hassle. I'm moving on.
To where?
Anywhere, as long as it's out of here. You don't believe me, do you? Go in there. Get your brains blown out.
Okay, I will. Is everything all right, Mrs. Forbes?
They sent Ned's things back from the hospital. There he is. That's my Ned. Neighbours used to think we were bad-tempered old goats. We used to laugh when we were alone. Ned used to say we're Darby and Joan against the world. Darby and Joan against the world. Who the hell are you?
What?
Throw stones on my roof, will you? Well, not anymore.